Well, welcome back into another KoTOR stream. I think this is stream number 10. We are going to be going to Manon. We got to do a few things first. But we finished Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk. And whenever you finish a planet, it's usually a good idea to go back to Dantooine. I just don't remember any character that you might run into again going back and forth like that. I just know that there's some recurring characters that tend to show back up at Dantooine. Whether it adds to a quest or not, I don't think so. It's just kind of a good idea to see them. I don't know, just for lore consistencies maybe. I do need to go back to Yavin. Yavin is one of those that is a continuing story sequence. It's not something that has to be done. It's just nice to do it because you can unlock other items that are actually pretty lore significant, actually. And it's unfortunate that it's PC only. But without further ado, let's kind of get into it. And I think I just repaired HK. So, and we did all of our upgrades, and we probably need to talk to Joe Lee now, who is here.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Yeah, so how is everybody's Sunday? Hopefully everybody has a chance to kind of recuperate and refresh. We didn't suffer any power outages. It is always possible that could still happen as ice stays on these trees. I'm in the piney woods. They fall over power lines and cause outages in an area. Even if it's not my immediate area, we share power grids, and sometimes that stuff happens. So at any time it could happen. So I was trying to play it safe and not really stream today. Otherwise I was planning on streaming all day. Banana was doing a very lovely Baldur's Gate 3 run with his Dark Urge. So check out the podcast, the Gamers Advocate podcast, to catch up on that run. He was doing that earlier today. Let's see. Jolie Bindu. So we got a lot to catch up on here. Do you know any, well, where are we? We're still in Kashyyyk. We haven't left yet. Have you seen these Gizga we have on board?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Rambo. What do you say? Got something on your mind, do you?
I guess he doesn't have anything to say just yet. Interesting.
Oh, I know plenty about Kashyyyk. You think someone doesn't live here for 20 years and pick up a thing or two? Chances are, by the time I finish telling you about it all, you would have found out for yourself. So there's no reason for me to start blathering on. It should be enough for me to tell you that there's kilometer after kilometer of trees on this planet. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it gets. If you're smart, you stay on top with the Wookiees. You go deep, however, and you may find some things you weren't expecting. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going. Oh, I get it. Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
Okay, so, again, I guess he's got nothing to say. I'll talk to Johanny real quick, and also Zalbar, and then we'll take off. We'll go to Yavin, and maybe check out Dantooine, and then go to Manon, one of my favorite planets.
Yes. What is it?
Something wrong?
I was remembering Taris.
Well, I am sorry, Johanny.
No, it's all right. I think I am over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
And those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of rat ghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
No one would help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Like who?
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Your parents.
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Alright, so we're advancing that quest. Pretty good. Zalbar. Anything to say about yourself? Why did you request to take Baka's sword? Well, I'm sorry we can't stay on Kashyyyk longer. Well, I wish you well. Let's get going. So, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to Zalbar. It's not much more complicated than that. I don't think having his sword has any further relevance, but we'll see. I don't remember everything. Let's see. Always a good idea to talk to Bastila when we're on the ship.
How can I help?
I like to talk about what you said before, about giving into your emotions.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I am no master. You should have remained with the Council.
Well, why do you say that?
The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
Yeah, but Jedi in the streets and Sith in the sheets. You're doing your best, I am sure.
That's kind of you to say, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Well, maybe we could help each other.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before. And you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together.
Well, we're made for each other, Bastila. You have to see that. Well, no. How do you expect me to be?
Well, just different, I suppose. Things are not going as I thought they would. I need time to think about all this. We should continue on with our mission for now.
So what's really good about this writing is we're clearly in this sexual tension situation. And so the writing would kind of indicate that a lot of the words that are being used by Bastila, like she's skirting around a certain topic, lend itself to that type of story suggestion. And that is there. But what's really neat is that as you dive into this game more and more, you're going to realize that there's two things she's saying at the same time. So it's right in front of you, but you're not always able to kind of grasp everything because you don't know everything. You're only looking at what's in front of you. So we can't be overly demonstrative with some of the things she's saying. We have to kind of pace the conversations. I think that's the best way to kind of approach this. What about you, Karth?
What do you need?
Want to talk?
Talk about what? The only thing I want to do right now is find Dustle. If he's alive, there's just nothing else I want to think about. I'll understand if we can't look for him right now, but if we could, it would be a huge load off my mind.
Okay, so we'll save right here, and then we will head out, probably to Yavin. We'll do Yavin first.
Calo Nord is dead, Lord Malak. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
The penalty for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Calo's, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malak?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend. Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive, if possible.
As you command, Master.
Of course, you'll have to forgive me if these movies are cut off on the left-hand side of the screen and they're off-centered, you know, skewed to the left. And that's because the way I have this game format is a little different than how some of the guides tell you to run KoTOR in a modern system. And those guides usually tell you to turn movies off completely. And that's true, because a lot of times you can't get the game to even work if you have movies on. But I'm able to do a workaround that allows me to have the movies on. So at least you can see the movies. So some of the dream sequences, the traveling between planet to space, whatever, those you wouldn't normally see if I turned all the movies off, you see. So at least you can see them. And you're not really missing much by the left-hand side just being barely cut off, because I think it's just the fifth of the left-hand side is cut off. There's not much that you're missing. Okay, we're going to take HK and Juhani. I was thinking about who I need to upgrade. Yeah. So before we do this, let's level up. Dexterity, Constitution. There it is. So he's got a little bit more health now. That's great. Skills. Demolitions. Let's get that all the way up, because if I have him, I'm probably not going to have mission. Beats. Probably this. And then at some point, we'll probably do this, the toughness, but I want to mitigate those penalties. Oh, another level. Wow, okay. Okay. Droid upgrade, class 3. Oh. I thought he was already wearing class 3. Okay, well that's good. Okay, Juhani, let's give you treat injury and awareness. Feats. Definitely two-handed weapon or two-weapon fighting. Powers. Probably this. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll save her for the Force Storm so she can do Force Lightning. So we need this one so she gets a +1 to attack. Wow. Johnny's becoming a force. Man. Okay.
What?
The color of her mesh under the sky.
Jaskrunki to patslimo, chi itakanki channa kilikon. Kinba muli radwanaji, kinba noku nixet abog.
Los efforts en la list is rekande kosten ervoor en daar is larakshur. Stoffen arnemer.
Achua penki, yun patisa, di chuba jikotka naga. Kingbu mwa muli radwana. Kingba nikcha lora kun.
So Trandoshan are no joke. So facing them right now could be problematic. What's going on here, Savam?
Tong itwamaji human act in ikatune. Chon muli ratong pa akat intutune. Chino molirani bubo tong kingba. No kun nexag. Da hupa da tenya ji juju piti.
Los efforts en la list.
And if you're keeping up with my Star Wars The Old Republic MMO playthrough as a Sentinel, the first companion we get is a Trandoshan. And I kept saying how unusual and significant that is. And for him to have a certain attitude that's very different from Trandoshans, if you have no experience with that, it's kind of hard to understand that and relate that. You just kind of have to take my word for it, because you're seeing the Trandoshans as typically how they're portrayed. Kind of like big galactic bullies, or they're most commonly bounty hunters. You even see one in The Empire Strikes Back. when Darth Vader's talking to the bounty hunters, the one of them is the Trandoshan. Okay, I think you guys better leave. Dead or alive, you're leaving. There we go.
Hava, yun pati sa chiwa ay takang kijiyo kaku. Chiwi ay takachong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangit wama jiko na. Tongkit pa nongku nek abog ki muli ra kun kin. Tong hitwama ag inko tune chiwa ay takang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muli ra slimo poiwanga tong hitwama ji human ak inkatune.
All right, great. So he's got new inventory stuff, so probably not much. It's not until we get later into the game that it becomes, we have some really good stuff. But look at this. This is great. I mean, even this environmental bastion armor, this is 100% versus cold, 100% versus fire, 100% versus sonic. I mean, this is a medium armor. So putting this on Karth, man, you can imagine, like, if we went somewhere like Hoth or Ilum or someplace hot, like, well, they got rid of the hidden, well, the extra planet on this, on KoTOR 1. Who knows, maybe when they remaster it, they'll bring it back, but there was going to be a volcanic planet. But man, this armor makes so much sense at, you know, if they still had something like that. But yeah, this light exoskeleton, it's 6 and 5 dex plus 1 strength. And yeah, you can upgrade it too. Man, he's got some great stuff. This Baragwin Shadow Armor, I'm strongly considering getting this for mission. One, it's plus 4 stealth, but it's also plus 4 dexterity. And you can upgrade it. It's 6,000. Strongly considering getting this for mission. But then I'd have to justify bringing her with me all the time now, you see. And then here's the heavy exoskeleton. It's a medium armor, defense bonus 9, plus 2 dexterity, so plus 1 constitution, plus 2 strength. It's very much of a Karth thing, especially if we had Karth more of a melee build. Baragwin assault blade, also upgradable. He's just got some great stuff. But here's this Baragwin assault gun. This 320 upgradable. Ooh. Seems like this would be great for HK, but this Ion X weapon, it's 6 Ion, which is great against droids, but it's also 1 to 10 physical, so it's not just exclusive to droids. I mean, it's just a great weapon. I would just love to have all this stuff. Advanced Biostabilizer Mask, so it's light armor proficiency, mind affecting, and poison. All saves. I mean, it's just like everything he has is so good. This one, Advanced Stabilizer Goals, I think we got this already for mission. And here's this Advanced Combat Implant. It's for blaster stuff, which is, you know, fine. But you know what? This would be really good for Zelbar, because he can wear implants. And this would help him with pistols or rifles or heavy weapons, melee weapons. I mean, he just wouldn't have a weakness. That's who that would work for. But also there's this one, awareness 10, dex 2, that's okay. Biostabilizer, mind affecting, and poison. I think that mask is better. This one. So this one, like I said, is 6,000. It's light proficiency. But this one we can upgrade. And this would give us, whoever wears this, the extra cold and physical mitigation. I think this is worth it. And what's great about these are for like T3, the flamethrower and the stun ray. You can put them on HK as well, but they're unlimited uses. Most of the time when you find these, you can use them up to like 10 times. So anyway, let's sell some stuff. Maybe I'll get that. Maybe I'll get that armor. It's 0. He won't. It's not worth anything. And also this place, Yavin, I think he buys back at a higher exchange rate. Combat suit, we don't need that. Shiny fiber armor, we don't need this. Combat suit, yeah, we don't need this one either. I'm gonna keep one of those. Wanted an alloy heavy suit. I was gonna put this on Karth, but it's light armor and what he's wearing is better. This is a +4 dexterity, so this actually, I did have this on mission for a while, but what she's wearing is a little bit better, so I guess I don't really need this one. This one's very moddable. I want to keep this one because it's immunity against mind affecting. We might put this on Karth when we get to Korban. This one, light battle armor. Again, it's medium. I'll keep it for now. Mandalorian battle armor. I really think this needs to go to Canderous, but I don't think he can wear heavy. I'll go back and look. I'm not going to sell it, but it's 2,600. Shiny vibroblade. I don't need this, so we'll sell it. Keep these. Vibroblade. We don't need that. Definitely don't need 2 of them. I'll keep 1. Craft double sword. Vibro double blade. Don't need that. Way too many of these. So we're getting there. This Zabrek Tistel Mark, this is great because it's 3 to 10 energy minimum, +2 physical. You know, that's great. Ion Blaster, Mandalorian Ripper. There's 3 of them. We don't need all 3. Might give this one to Karth as his offhand, but he's got a pretty good offhand already. Get rid of one of these bowcasters. Oh, we don't need, yeah. Get rid of both of them. So we have Chundars and we have Zalbars. And I think they're the same. I'll have to check the stats again. But Carbine, we don't need this one. This is pretty good, but oh, on hit stun, 25% chance. It's not bad. A lot of our stuff, if it's going to stun, it's a 25% chance. So the rest of this, yeah. So now we have almost 15,000. I think we have enough to buy this now. And it is upgradable, right? Yes. Let's buy it. And I need F5. And at some point I need to, maybe when I'm offline, I'll play some Pazak with Savam, because every hand, well, every round, every game I should say, you can wager up to 750 credits. So you can make your money back pretty quick by playing them Pazak. Okay. And I'm going to go to Dantooine, and then we're going to go to Manan. Let's find mission. See, she's got this on, which is resistance to fire, and that's all it is. It's 5 damage bonus, or defense bonus, and 5 dex. So let's put her in the one we just got, which is 7 + 4 dexterity. And she needs an energy shield. And we should be able to upgrade it. Yeah, So this gives an extra defense. So it went from +7 to +9. And now this goes from... The stealth goes from 4 to 8. Now I really don't need to put any more points into stealth for her ever again. All right, let's go actually check out what she looks like now. Pretty sure it looks pretty cool. I think it's mostly red with the highlight of the... Yeah, it's not bad.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I kind of like the black one better, but this definitely stands out.
Maybe if we get these
Oh, that's right, we gotta go to Tatooine.
Or maybe he'll
That's
finally
right.
see the light and turn over a new leaf. I know it's not likely, but it's all I have to hope for.
So we have to go to Tatooine next. That's so we can turn in the attack lands. Manon is where we handle these Gizga. So, but they're not really bothering anybody at the moment. Let's do a hard save. This one. And go all the way to Tatooine. Uh-oh. I think we're gonna get attacked. Yeah. This always messes up my UI, so bear with me.
Incoming fighters!
Can't move as fast as I want. Nice. All right, let's take Mission and her new armor. And who are we going to take? We got any suggestions, any opinions you want to see? We got to take Mission. And maybe Karth. I don't know if I've upgraded him. What? Okay, I was about to say, where'd Karth go? Okay.
What?
Skills. Heal and awareness. Beats. Probably implant now. Either that or conditioning, toughness. No, let's give him saves, because at this point, really, that's going to make a big difference. Let's do that. And as far as his gear, Kello Nord's battle armor. This is heavy armor. I don't think this is probably best for him. Let's look at this. This is heavy armor. 6, 5, 7, and 2. Guess this one's the best one. Plus, it's Republic armor, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah, it's not the best, but...
Sure.
Hopefully everybody's staying warm and doing good and having a good Sunday. Right, here's Griff.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tech land for me, right?
Yeah, I have a tech land. Take it.
Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Torresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to you, Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Torresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, oh, at least 20 times your investment.
You already promised me a few thousand credits.
Hey, don't worry. You'll get your credits as soon as we start mass producing that Torresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff.
Here's 200.
Wise move. I can see you really understand how business works. Now, when you see your chance, you jump at it, huh? That's my motto. I better get started on brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and I'll have a down payment on what I owe you.
Okay. I don't think he comes back. And that's the sad part about doing going back and forth between these planets. You just come back and... You know what? I think this guy gives us a message. And that's where Mission gets her heart broken again. Okay. Powered battle armor. See, none of this stuff is upgradable. Light battle armor. Yeah. We do need to, it's so expensive. Concussion. Let's buy some more of these. They seem to work really good on things like the Dark Jedi, things with high dex. So, Sonic. That's gonna be... Yeah. Get one more of those. I don't know if I have any of those. Sorry, I have the dogs looking at me because I was giving them treats earlier. Alright, let's go. So, I think get out of my way. I think if we go to our journal and we find Mission's brother, Griff rushed off to brew up a batch of Torresian ale to deliver to his business connection. However, the credits he promised you haven't materialized yet. He did say he could meet you later in the Zerkit supply shop on Tatooine to collect the debt. Yeah. So, I really didn't want to come back here anymore. I think I'm pretty much done with Tatooine. But yeah, I think we do have to come back here to get the notice that he's not coming back. But I think he does leave us some credits, though. I think he leaves us like 500 or something. I don't know. That's a guess on my part. I don't remember. Yeah, the dogs were still wanting their treats. Maybe let's talk to Johnny.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Could we talk?
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. Perhaps I can tell you about that.
Oh, please do.
In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds.
Near the world your species comes from.
KoTOR was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran.
Okay, how did it happen?
They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist, and in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed.
Why did the Republic not help you?
We were not members of the Republic. KoTOR was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it.
So there's the narrator, well, call him a narrator, the guy who plays Admiral Hackett in Mass Effect. He has a larger role, of course, in Mass Effect 3. You hear him, in Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, mostly giving you missions. In Mass Effect 3, he has a little bit bigger role in his communication, but he also plays Hackett in The Quarry, and I always kind of kidded around saying that's how we know that Mass Effect and The Quarry, the game, are in the same universe. It's like the great ancestry of Hackett, Admiral Hackett from Mass Effect. But I bring that up because when the when the Star Wars The Old Republic MMO was coming out, they did some publicity. This is a long time ago, 15 years now? They would release these Datacron information about the history of the Old Republic, and I really wish I had kept those. There may be some of that on YouTube still. BioWare kept it for a long time on their Star Wars playlist stuff, and I don't think it's there anymore. But it was the same narrator, the same actor guy who did that for that history, and he would talk about Exar Kun quite a bit. He would talk about how the history of the Republic had to be revamped and remolded after Exar Kun, and then the events of Revan and the Jedi issues there, and anyway, leading up to the modern day within the Old Republic MMO. And it was always really interesting how they bring up Exar Kun, because he actually talks about it quite a bit, better than the games have. So, but you survived.
My parents carried me as a baby with them, and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able, and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand running no further, I think. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, it made everyday life unnecessarily hard.
How did your family cope?
My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in local bars and dives. But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. And finally, one day, he would die.
Well, how did he die?
Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am sorry. I cannot talk about this any longer right now.
All right, so good story by John. Gianni's had a very hard life. And, unlike a lot of the Jedi who were raised as Jedi from a very, very early age, apparently I get the impression that she was taken in closer to like being around 10 or 11. And that's kind of what I've said before when it comes to like the Anakin story. You know, they get him when he's young. He's like, what, 8 or 9? And I always thought it would make much more sense if they got him when he was like 13, 12 at the earliest. And then he's already molded. He's in those preteen years. And it would be very hard to get him out of a way of thinking. And so similarly, Juhani was, you know, raised as a Jedi later in her life, as an older child. And that kind of is that same concept. I always thought that there was something there, and I think George Lucas I think he was trying to like bank on how it was like a young child, and you know, it's kind of tragic that even like as a young child he was able to just make him an older, you know, it could have been what's his name, names escape me all the time, but the actor who plays Anakin in episodes 2 and 3, they could have kept him, keep him in the original, in the Phantom Menace at that age, you know, real young, but not, you know, 8 or 9, you know, make him, or however, 7, I don't even know how old he was, but yeah, make him like 12, 13, where he's already got a lot of thoughts about how the world works, you know, moving in his head. Let me F5. And let's go to Dantooine just in case. And then we'll go to, we got another, see, we've avoided it this whole time. Now we're just back to back. I really don't want to do this.
Incoming fighters!
We were so lucky for so long, and now we got back to back. I am pretty sure that after Manon, there is a person or two that does show up on Dantooine. I'm not so sure from Tatooine and Kashyyyk that that's the case. So I'm gonna bring Juhani. So I think there might be a conversation with her. And Jolie. Even though he has joined your group, Jolie remains a somewhat mysterious character. Maybe you should speak to him about why he chose to come with. I tried talking to him on the ship. He didn't want to talk to me. All right, what do you want, Jolie?
Got something on your mind, do you?
Dude, you want to talk to me. You know anything about this place?
No more than you. Get going.
Why did you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Ugh, frightful.
So you wanted a ride on my ship.
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
All right. No, seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Okay. Is this a comment on my breath?
No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
You know, don't be too fooled. I mean, Jolie's a bit annoying. He absolutely is. But I think the setup is very similar to how Yoda was done in The Empire Strikes Back. Because you have this little guy going through the crashed X-Wing remains, and Luke's like, "Oh, come on, don't touch that. What are you doing?" And here and there, you do see Yoda being a little annoying, even after he finds out who he is. But I think that's a way to make sure that you are genuinely vested or interested in learning, and you're not really just taking like, oh, you're the wise sage or whatever. And anyway, it's just probably a screening method. Is that what you see around me too? No, and you traveled with this man.
I did. Just because someone has the Force swirling about them doesn't always mean they have a great destiny. But it doesn't hurt to check it out. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
And I'll be honest with you, when Rogue One came out and I heard this reference to Andor, I was like, interesting. And then when Andor actually became a series, and like a really great series, I was like, is there like a, casual reference here? Because I know Filoni loves the Old Republic information, the lore. That's not to say that he's going to, treat it with the best of care going forward, but he did acknowledge his, he brought back a lot of things in the modern series with Disney that didn't have to be done, but he did make reference to Old Republic lore, so it's good. And when I saw this when he talked about Andor and they made the series on it, I was like, I wonder if it's a loving throwback. Not that it's obviously referencing the same guy, but there's supposed to be some kind of hidden meaning in this.
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
Okay. Andor killed Krat, I take it?
Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too. Those could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
All right, you gotta be kidding me.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
Okay. But how can you even be sure Andor was responsible?
What? Are you kidding? What are the odds of that happening anyway? 1,000,000,000 to 1? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord, you know. Andor was a hero. Sort of. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
All right. Wonderful story, Jolie. Okay. Let's talk to Sharina. She's new.
Hello there, It's you. I remember you.
Ah.
You're the one that gave me the credits to leave Tatooine. I could never forget your face. Thank you so much for what you did. Here on Dantooine, we've got a chance.
That's Sharina, wasn't it? Well, what will you do here? Or where are your children?
I found a small apartment for now. They're resting now. They're still getting used to their new surroundings. Once I'm working, I'll see about getting them into school. There are opportunities here they would have never had on Tatooine.
Sharina, though, was it? What are you going to do here?
Well, I may be able to get hired as a servant for one of the influential families here. I haven't yet, but I'm sure I will. At least there's hope here. Tatooine was just dying, all of it.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Thank you. I won't trouble you anymore, but thank you.
Well, shucks. I was hoping for like 50 XP or something. You know? I doubt the droid guy's gonna say anything. This is Davin. This guy's new too.
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald. I've been looking...
Well, I'll be a Wookiee's uncle. Davin? Davin Cotrus?
Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah, I'll just bet. Damn, old man, you look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore yourself, I see.
Care to introduce your friend, Jolie?
What are you, deaf? His name's Davin. Old friend from my Wanderer days. By the by, Davin, I really should be running off.
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manan for murder.
That's preposterous.
I know. Laura is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunry would appreciate a Jedi's assistance right about now.
Perhaps I will at that. It's up to my friend here, actually. I'm just tagging along.
We could check on it when we're on Manan next. Yeah, next time we're on Manan, we'll check it out.
I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend. I'd hate to see him hurt.
Same here. Well, it was good to see you again. Give my regards to Alora if you see her.
I will. Be safe, old friend.
Okay, let's see. So, there you go. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, sometimes you have to just look up and see. God, now I'm curious about... Get rid of Jolie. Let's add HK to the Jedi Enclave. I'm just talking to this droid guy. Let's just see.
Kontichani mulira asyong turong umnit patogawang kachonetize. Ikratug hatu chichiya watayuma kawama huhanek tabistyo bong konkipangpa. Ching palachiska muli. Tuni rana no prata dunk no serchadoma wama kun bestoma. Nishag jilorcha kin kun no bamuli raji kun.
Let's see what you got.
Rundi hadonga.
Okay, so nothing new. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure. Security. Oh, I might need to buy some. No, he doesn't have any spikes. Okay. Okay. Never mind. About this dude.
Chuta.
Chuta.
Wonga kun bis dolbi kikugoyana. Ronda di hotonga kun hankabi. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Ka chi kun ida hodonga. Iking kuno bamulera. Chuta. Wonga kun bis dolbi.
Yeah, we got for sale because there's nothing new. Yeah, he's got nothing new to say. Okay. Sanasiki's blade. Sanasiki. Oh, look at that. It's +3 versus droids. That's interesting. Jurgen Kalta's assault rifle. Look at this. It's +1 to 8 for energy and +1 to 6 for droids. I mean, attack modifier, and you can upgrade it. Oh, this would be just flat out awesome for Canderous in place of his current weapon. Just because it's all around useful. Stealth field reinforcement. Don't need that. Don't need that. Pazak cards. Okay. Alacrity. I do tend to go through those. Do a couple of them. Okay. I'm gonna talk to the council. I don't think they're gonna have anything new to say to me. What about Deesra was talking about the Tentaterex, but that's more of a Korriban thing. I wonder if Belaya says anything new. She just hangs out right here.
Greetings, young Padawan. I trust your training goes well.
It's difficult, but worthwhile. Yeah.
With power comes responsibility. And only by learning discipline and sacrifice can we truly learn to master our potential. I wish you luck in your training, apprentice. There is much you must yet learn. May the Force be with you.
And also with you. Okay. Let's see. Over here. Since we're here, we might as well talk to him.
Greetings, young Padawan. Have you come seeking knowledge of the past? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, or so they say. As chronicler of the Academy here on Dantooine, I find your quest for knowledge admirable, but I do not want to overwhelm you with the long history of the Jedi Order. You should ponder the history of Revan. It contains many lessons you may need if we hope to defeat Malak and the Sith.
I think we've already done this. But I think I asked about the archives. What am I supposed to learn from this?
Revan's tale shows us how even the greatest of Jedi can fall to the dark side. You must always be on guard against the evil that dwells within you. Think hard upon this lesson.
Alright, I'll think about this.
May the Force be with you.
What about you, Mr. Vandar?
You must not fail in your mission. Find the star maps that lead to the Star Forge. This is the only way to stop Malak and his Sith followers. You and Bastila are the galaxy's last desperate hope.
But beware that dark side. Bastila will guide you, but she herself is young and new to the ways of the Jedi. You must help her as much as she helps you.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Kind of odd that everything's up to me. But then again, the Jedi during this time, that kind of makes sense.
It is well that you are still alive, Padawan, in that you have not yet managed to fail us completely.
Wonderful.
Why is it that you are now bothering me instead of seeking out the star map?
Look. Oh my goodness. Okay, Vrook, bye.
You have a mission to attend to, Padawan. And as much as I may wish it otherwise, you are our only hope. The Council has placed the fate of the galaxy within your hands.
I pray both you and Bastilla are able to emerge from this ordeal as servants of the light. May the Force be with you, young Padawan.
I mean, he's so annoying. And I don't think that we're here. Might as well talk to him.
May the Force be with you in your quest.
Okay, great. That's what I want to hear. All right. I think we're all good now. So yeah, there was at least 2 people that helped us advance or find some closure for some things. I mean, it's kind of nice. They did not have to put her here after Tatooine to kind of say, oh, she, didn't just take off with our credits. She actually did relocate herself and find a stable location and possible occupation for her and her children. So it worked out. She was the one that had the husband that passed away. He was a hunter, and we bought her her raid plate that was valuable. Oh, I want to try to fix HK. I don't think it's random.
Statement.
I think it's level.
HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
I want to try.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be All
right, we will try.
Statement. As you wish, Master. You are already familiar with that. Now close the last panel. I am afraid the operation did not succeed, Master, though it was a valiant attempt for a meatbag. Supplication. Perhaps it would be best if you desisted your efforts for the moment, Master. This seems to be going nowhere.
Okay, we'll try again later.
As you desire, Master. I cannot help but claim a small amount of relief. Signing off.
There could be some element of randomness to that because it is repair based and you can try again, but I don't think so. All right, let's head to Manon, one of my favorite planets for sure.
How can I help?
Wow, already she wants to talk again. Okay, when we last talked you said you needed time to think. Have you had time to think?
You have been patient with me, haven't you? I suppose you deserve an answer. But you have to understand how difficult this is for me to say.
I think I can understand that.
With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. But you're not like anything I expected. You're not like any man I've ever met before. I find myself watching you when I don't mean to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. It isn't supposed to be like this.
What's it supposed to be like?
I don't know. It shouldn't be so hard not to think of you. It should be easy not to think of you. I should have discipline. Jedi discipline. Every time I try to call on all my teachings to calm myself, they fail me. You have such power, such passion. I don't know if it's due to the bond between us, but I'm drawn to you.
Let's see. Sorry, Bastila, that starship won't fly. I'm not interested. Are you interested in me or in my ability to use the Force?
The Force is a part of you, as is your power. But that's not what attracted me to you. It's more than that. Maybe it's the bond we share. It gives us a certain intimacy. If I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be anywhere but near you. But Malak must be stopped. My own feelings are nothing when compared to that. Yet I know this could affect the sake of our mission if it's not resolved. I can't let that happen.
If you have something to say, just say it.
I think we should have some privacy for this. Come with me. You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, you make me feel stronger, more alive.
Professor, what's another word for pirate treasure?
Well, I think it's booty. 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 That's what it is.
All right, so what does this mean for us? No, and I feel more alive when I'm with you.
I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. By facing and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control and the dangers of emotion. This is an important step in understanding the Force. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing more than a result of our powerful bond.
Let's see here. You're rationalizing, Bastila. You're scared to face the truth. Yeah.
You're the one who can't face the truth. Malak has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you?
That's okay. I never felt anything for you anyway. Look, I'm gonna stop Malak, Bastila. But I want to do it with you at my side.
You mean it, don't you? But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us.
Now, let's see here. I understand, Bastila. No, that's okay. I've never felt anything for you anyway. You don't always have to be strong, Bastila. Just give in this once. Just one time. Okay. Well, you know I'm right, Bastila.
But I can't. Malak will...
Look, I love you, Bastila. And I know you love me. Or shut up and kiss me, you babbling fool. Both of these are great answers. I don't know which one to pick. The bottom one seems a bit much. However, we do love Bastila. I don't know why we love her, but we do. Shut up and kiss me, you babbling fool. It's just such a great line, you know? Especially for a Jedi, right? We'll do the second one. That's probably what she wants to hear anyway. But it's not like we don't. We do.
Okay, you've made your point. Now shut up and kiss me, you fool. We shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. The Jedi are not allowed to fall in love.
Look, it didn't feel wrong to me.
It was a moment of weakness. When I kissed you, we shouldn't have. I'm sorry. No, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malak. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together.
I mean, honestly, the only thing that happened is we kissed, which is a big deal. I'm not gonna minimize that, but hey, we did kiss, you know? All right. It's something. Yeah, the right way. I got turned around. Bastila got me all flustered. All right, we're gonna save right here with a different hard save. Let's create a new one. We're gonna do it Manon 1. Again, I create a bunch of different saves because, again, the game is old. I want to make sure we don't have any corrupted saves, but also, yeah, for content purposes, if there's anything I want to go back to, I can find it very easily. Get some B footage or something like that. And I'm very thankful to Dash, Dark Lord Dash, because when I was doing a podcast video for our channel, the Gamers Advocate channel, I was looking for some of my old KoTOR stuff because I had been talking about KoTOR a little bit, and we had brought it up as a subject among other games that we were discussing, and I couldn't find any of my KoTOR stuff anywhere. So I asked him for if I could use some of his, and so Dark Lord Dash is amazing. Check out his channel. His is much larger than mine, for sure. Rightfully so, because he does some really great content there. He does a lot of Diablo, specifically Diablo 1 and 2. He's been doing some 3. He hasn't gotten into Diablo 4. He has a whole video about why, but he got into KoTOR a little bit later too. So he's been doing these story-based lore recaps, and that's a really interesting way to doing it. Instead of just like presenting the scene and whatever, he kind of narrates it, and he says, you know, that we find ourselves on the ancient planet of Dantooine where the Jedi have staged as a satellite version of their council or whatever. He does it really well as far as his narration. He sets the scene, then he kind of gets into that scene, and then he discusses, you know, what that impact could be and what we got to do next. And so check out Dark Lord Dash if you get a chance. It's an amazing guy. We talk on Discord sometimes, and we were both very excited to hear about Casey Hudson doing another project within the Old Republic timeline. So let's go to Manon. I hope we don't get hit by the Sith ships again. I really hope. Don't want to deal with them again. Yes.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manon is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
It did look like the star map was underwater.
The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
All right. Wonderful. Who to bring? Jolie and who? Probably Juhani, huh? I really want to bring HK, though. I mean, let me know in chat if anybody has any particular preferences of who they want to see. I do want to bring Jolie, though, because as you mentioned on Dantooine, he's got a friend on Manon, so we can definitely advance the conversation here. I'm thinking Juhani, but I really just want to start keeping either Bastila or Karth more often, but you know, we don't have a reason to have Karth. don't think Jahani's going to add to the conversation here. I'm 95% sure. So with that in mind, let's bring HK.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You know anything about this place?
Manon's an unusual place. Not for its water, mind you. It's the KoTOR, healing juice. Only place where it occurs in the galaxy. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
You never did say why you came with me.
No, I never did I?
Are you always going to be this elusive?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
We'll move on to where?
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, really.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
I mean, you could do that on your own.
So I could. Well, not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued. Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you. But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
All right. Now, tell me more about what you see.
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. That can't be all bad.
Okay, Nomi. Who's Nomi?
Nomi, Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
I mean, so you're coming along as some kind of observer?
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Okay, creepy man, I guess I'll go look for this fine lass. Well, I mean, I kind of get the indication they were probably about the same age when he met her, so, you know, he's older now, but I don't know. Maybe we'll run across Nomi.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
You know you don't have to keep calling me Master.
Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meatbags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address.
Organic meatbags.
Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such.
Well, you just call me meatbag again.
Explanation. It's just that you have all these squishy parts, Master, and all that water. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad, I have no idea.
Alright, well, neither do I, come to think about it.
Statement. Now do you understand the travails of my existence, Master? Surely it does not compare to your existence, but still.
Yeah. I survive somehow.
Commentary. As do I. It is our lot in life, I suppose, Master. Shall we find something to kill to cheer ourselves up?
That's true. Okay. Make sure there's no lootable items here. And historically, I played Consular quite a bit in my previous playthroughs, and I'm so used to having extra force powers. So this is really interesting that I'm focusing more on feats than I am on my force powers. Jolie's kind of the example of that. He has more force powers than he knows what to do with, and he doesn't have very many feats. Yep, here we go. Yeah, let's do that hard save for Manon right here.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Why did the Sith upset you so much?
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manon, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law?
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe KoTOR export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
Okay. Well, what is KoTOR?
You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what KoTOR is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that KoTOR is only found naturally on Manon, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what KoTOR bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
So, before Disney, that's how this lore worked, was KoTOR was harvested here, and those KoTOR baths were, you know, people were kept in suspended animation or whatever. That's what was used to heal them. It was a regenerative tank, and it was found here in Manon. But then once Disney took over, then it's like, oh no, they found a alternate source of doing the exact same thing. It's classic Disney. Ever since they took over, it's like, here's the same thing, but we're going to do it differently. Well, okay, let's just say you found KoTOR somewhere else. What, not, you know, whatever. That's just how they operate now. It's just so frustrating because you always have to like think about, is that the lore I remember, or am I misremembering it, you know? So the Republic and Sith both stay here, huh?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling KoTOR to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of KoTOR on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Have you seen an ancient star map?
A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Tell me about Alto City.
It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export KoTOR, which is the only real thing they have to trade here.
Okay. Why haven't they joined the Republic?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling KoTOR to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of KoTOR on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Let's see here. Nope, we're good.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here.
Oh.
He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that?
No,
have a pleasant
okay.
stay, Master Jedi.
No, all right, thanks. Go north, then go east, then go north, and then east, then go west, and then go east 3 times, or something like that. So, dead end? I don't remember. Let's see. Okay, so this is our hangar. There's something, a Sith hangar, and then a private hangar. Okay. We're already getting somewhere. A merchant. Tell me about Alto City. Okay. Tell me about Manan. Let me see your inventory. Okay. Computer spike. I might need some of these. Okay, and stimulants. Okay. So it's he just casually has some thermal detonators here at the hangar. Okay. Parts. Don't know if I really need those. But we do need these computer spikes, so let's grab a few of those. Kind of expensive, but cleaning droid. Nubasa. Exotic species to sell. Let's see. Exotic species. What sort of exotic species? Let's see. Why would you want to buy the animals? Okay, so you want to smuggle them in? Let's see here. Well, I have some Giska if you're interested. Is there no way I can convince you to take them off my hands? All right, let's see. I was hoping to sell them. How about we just call it even? Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute here. Since they are difficult to maintain, however, I would ask that you provide 100 credits. Now, oh, he wants me to pay him 100. Yeah, no, let's just call it even. Okay. Now there we go. So we have no more Giskas, and we got some XP, and it didn't cost us anything. So I'm so glad we had enough persuasion skill, though, because I haven't been putting any in persuasion anymore. I've just been putting it into repair. I don't think I can open these just yet. Let me just see. Ooh, I can. Cameras are deactivated. Hello there, Sith soldier.
I don't have time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of KoTOR ready to load before my shift is over. I don't have time to listen to your stories.
Okay.
I've got a full shipment of KoTOR ready to load before my shift is over.
Nothing to do at the moment. Security droid. Check out over here. Now the General Hadrian, the assassin group, they wanted me to meet them here on Manon. Would you, Jolie, please? Locked. Okay. So we can't get in yet. We'll probably need some kind of key or something. There's nothing here. Okay. All these little bins, though, it's interesting. Probably just for decoration. Oop. I couldn't turn the I couldn't turn there for a second. All right, let's go to Alto City. It's a very peaceful planet. It's the music and the sounds of the water, very relaxing. The visitor area. I think this is a Pazak player, Jolin Affet. Let me make sure there's nothing over here. Nope. Okay. Who are you?
Kimba muli ra gonaji. Kiska nichu.
Sure.
Oscar. Kiska nichu. The hupa botenya go gigi piti.
We'll play one game. Oh, 200 credits. Okay. Let's get rid of this one. Let's replace it with either a -6 or -2. Let's do -6. Just to give me, if it gets drawn, I want to have more options. Yep, sure, it got drawn. Sure enough. Every one in my deck is a plus or minus, except for one, and that's the one that gets drawn. Okay, we'll probably get a natural 20. Ooh, I won. So maybe it's a fair Pazak player? I'm gonna have to stand. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I spoke too soon. I'll go ahead and use it. Crap. All right. So we're square, which means I automatically have a disadvantage because I always go first. That's always the problem. Let's do it again. All right. We have a slight advantage. Crap. Of all cards that I could have drawn, 1 or 2 would have been the worst. And that's what I drew. All right. Oh, there it is. I won. No, not right now. Yep. So each Pazak player, I think, has a certain limit. I don't think they go on to infinity. After a while, some of them may just, I just think, play for fun. There's a couple, I do believe that they give you something as a reward instead, or they offer a mod or something. So what are the rules exactly? Okay. That's it? Only 2 laws? How can you be neutral when the Sith are trying to conquer everything? You seem to have it all worked out then. Another docking fee. Well, let's make it 50 credits and you got a deal. I don't know why you would accept that, but... Oh. Okay. He's not. Why? If he's not at liberty to, surely there's an option. Maybe I'm just failing it because I haven't been increasing my persuasion. Man, that sucks. I hope not. I hope it's just a straight up failure and it's just an illusion of a option. All right, here you go. Oh wow. Okay. So we'll have to pay the docking fee every time we come here and face this security droid if we break the peace. But yeah, if we were to leave the planet and come back, we'd have to pay the fee again. That's wild. Okay. Over here. Hellcat just staying in here. Pretty sure that the Geno Haradan is right here, but I have to be by myself in order for him to show up. But yeah, I don't have any mods for the graphics or anything, so this is just how the game looks at release. But there are some mods, if you're interested, that improve the skyline, the skybox they call it. So like even when you're on your on the Ebonhawk and you're looking out the windows, there'll be an interesting view based on what planet you're on. And the skybox here, to me, this looks great. So that's why I don't put those kind of mods on. I don't want to risk breaking the game, but yeah, they're out there if anybody is so inclined to use them.
Manan may not seem very hospitable, but a surprising amount of trade runs through it because of the KoTOR trade.
It is a very interesting take on the story. KoTOR Distribution Center. The Selkath Coordinator. Where can I get a purchasing permit? Okay, well, I just want some information for right now. Okay. All right, I don't have a permit. All right, bye. I do like the Selkath though. They're one of my favorite races. I just like how they look. Yeah, they're kind of like little manta rays or something. They're so neat. They're not just fish people, you know. Definitely when they made the game, they could have just said, let's just make some fish people. But I don't know, they just have a nice aesthetic to them. And the Selkath can be force sensitive. I don't think we run across any here. Oh, there's Alora. Hey, Jolie. Do you have anything to say before we talk to Alora?
Got something on your mind, dude?
tell me about Sunry. How do you know him?
What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. A man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too, or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. I don't expect much these days.
This is the first I heard that he left the Order. Hold up, hold up.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Nope.
Oh,
all right. I'm thinking about removing HK and adding Juhani, just in case there's anything extra she can add toward this planet. She's the only one, her and Canderous, that would, that I might be missing something.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Can we, man, she's got a lot to say, surprisingly.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
What are you thinking about?
Taris was my home for many years. As much as I hated it, it was still home. A rat hole, a warren, a paradise. I suppose you could call it all these things. For me, it was hell.
Well, I know some parts are bad, but...
You have no idea what it is like to have to live there for years. To walk down the streets, to have people look at you in disgust, like an animal. Most did not know anything about me, but it was there, all the same. Because I was an alien, because I was different from them, frightening. I doubt any of them had even seen my people before. So they persecuted me. They looked down on me and my family. Charged us more for food, would not let us walk their streets. They spat on us. You are human. You could not possibly know.
We humans... jeez. We have to admit, you are a freak. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Humans can be just as cruel to each other.
That is true, I suppose. But it is much more obvious for someone like me. There were no other KoTOR on Taris. No one to talk to, no one to confide in. But you must think me weak for saying this. But I am strong enough to admit it.
And that's an interesting point. I had a feeling that this conversation was coming up. I couldn't remember where it was in the sequence of talking to her, but she just now said there was no other KoTOR that was on Taris that she was aware of. I mean, there could have been, but she'd never run into them. But when you play Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO, one of the most common places that you see KoTOR is on Taris. Of course, this is Taris 100 years in the future, post-decimation. But for whatever reason, I think BioWare got their heads mixed up with the lore, thinking, oh well, if Juhani was from Taris and she's a KoTOR, maybe there's a pocket of refugees that were there and whatever. But she just said she was the only one. So it's just interesting in retrospect when you play that game, the MMO, that one of the most common places you see KoTOR at is Taris. So anyway, you're not weak, Juhani. It just must have been hard.
I thank you for your concern, but maybe I am weak. To think that some stories of my stupid past could possibly interest you.
No, it's all right. Look, I'll be here to listen whenever you want to talk.
I thank you. You are kinder than I would have expected. Put up with me using you in this way. I hope that I will not use your time so badly in the future. Thank you.
All right, good. I'm gonna do a hard save with Manon, and I'm gonna reload it because I just have a feeling Jolie's got at least one more conversation in him before we do this thing with Alora.
Got something on your mind, dude? Manon's in a new... and that...
No.
Oh, I get it.
Okay. I guess not.
Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
And now I'm really hoping my persuasion skills are good enough. I may have to get another level or two before we attempt this, but we can try.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Let's see here. Why are you hiring mercenaries?
In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now excuse me. I have to continue my recruitments.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'll be going now. So, we need to be an arbiter for Sunry before we can talk to him. Okay, that makes sense. So I guess we go over here. I'm gonna F5 because I really don't know if I need any persuasion checks at this point. And if I do and I don't meet them, I may need to come back here.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight. Okay, so let me...
I was just doing two things at once again. Hold on one second. Okay. Let's talk to the judges. You want to see Mira more often? I really wish we could put Mira in this game. That would be that would be great. You know, Mira is one of those that in KoTOR 2, it's great to have her along. And if we had a fourth companion option, like if you could be you and 4 instead of you and, well, 4 total, I should say, instead of just you and 2 others, like the Mass Effect squad mechanic style. If you could have 3, Mira would probably be with me all the time. But she's that one character that's DPS and is a bit squishy, so I'm more inclined to bring either a Force user or something to help with the party with what Mitra Surik has. But yeah, I love Mira. I love having conversations with her. She's so interesting, and I really wish there was so much more with her. And the game is a nice long game, but it's not long enough to have every full-length conversation you could have with all your companions, because there's so many. But she's one that's just, she's great. She's very adorable. Well, let's see. I would like to investigate the murder case from Sunray.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
Yeah, since this is your first case, I feel compelled to say good luck. So funny. So yeah, think about, like, this is kind of a complex sequence of conversations we're going to have. So I'm trying to, like, unscramble everything in my head of what to do first. He says we only have a limited amount of time to do this, and that's always bothered me when I first played this game. But I think what it means is that if you leave the planet and come back, they would have made a judgment. But as long as you don't leave, I think we're fine. So I'm going to save it right here. We're going to call this Man 2. I'm going to interview each judge, and then I think I got to talk to these diplomats, and then I'm going to just take a quick 2-minute break. Is there anything suspicious about this case? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? Some of these are going to seem like they're irrelevant, but it might give us an indication of where the judges are leaning.
So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change. You said it, not I.
What do you think of Sunry? Let's see. Nope, that's it. Okay. All right, let's go to this guy, Judge KoTOR. Anything suspicious about the case? What do you think of Sunry? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? All right, that's it for now. Okay. I'm going to start at this end now. So we have, this one's interesting. If I remember right, he is more inclined to say that Sunry is guilty, but he is conflicted by it. This one is more inclined to say that Sunry is innocent, and he's more of a Republic sympathizer. So I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like tilted this way. But I do think you have to find him innocent 4 out of 5 or something. It can't just be like the majority of 3. I don't remember. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but think Tali in Mass Effect 2, where she was on trial. This is kind of in a similar vein in more ways than a few. You know, Tali was on trial for bringing live Geth to her father to experiment with, which would have been a form of treason. They couldn't even understand why she would want to do that. And she's like, I didn't. I made sure that everything was completely deactivated and deceased before she sent it. So that trial that she was involved with is very similar in this one in so many regards, because it's a matter of someone dies, you know, like in Tali's case, the entire ship was boarded and many people died, so they're blaming her for some of those things. So murder is a charge here, and somewhat treason, I guess, because if Sunry's doing this and did it to a Sith, then it's, you know, he acted outside of the Selkath's orders, and so may have put irreparable harm to the Republic here. So there's a lot of things going on, and it's a very much of a mirror of Mass Effect 2's trial case with Tali. And as we uncover things, you'll see that's why that is as we go along. What do you think of Sunry? Well, was there anything suspicious about this case? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? No, I have no more questions. So this one's interesting because he is saying that the evidence suggests, even though Sunry is well respected, why was he seen running off? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. If he wasn't guilty, or at least knew what was going on, or aware of it, or took part of it or something. But yet he's more of a Republic sympathizer. He says, man, the Republic do have a right to defend themselves, but they're not doing a very good job about it. So if he's somewhat neutral, if he's a true neutral, then he's going to be like, I may need to side with the Sith, because yeah, the Republic has a right to defend themselves, but if the Sith are going to win, then we just need to, you know, lean that direction. Let's go to this guy, Judge Nail Shakan. Anything suspicious about this case? He's very emphatically saying he's part of the Republic, she's part of the Sith, and so he killed her. What do you think of Sunry? So he's very suspicious of basically the Republic. So even though, he knows Sunry's position, so he just kind of thinks the Republic's probably using him to create the conflict here. And you know, if Sunry were to be absolved, then that may make the Sith more angry or something, you know. And so he's very clearly against Sunry in this case. So what do you think about the Republic and the Sith Empire? It was also neat. We had a good view of Juhani's the back of her neck. Rawr. That's all I have for now. Okay. So yeah, he's pretty clear about where he stands on this. We'll talk to the final judge, and then we'll talk to the diplomats, and then I'll take a quick 2-minute break. I gotta check the laundry and my mom. But we were able to find out about the details of what happened just by talking to the judges, so we did accomplish something here. I have questions. Let's see. How do you know I was from the Republic? No. It's perfectly legitimate. We didn't steal the ship. I have questions about the trial. Now, what do you think of Sunry?
Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
Okay, is there anything suspicious about the case?
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elas's hand.
What do you think about the Republic and the Sith Empire? Okay, let's see. I have no more questions for now. Okay. All right. Let's talk to the Sith diplomat.
Manon should treat us Sith better. Their day of reckoning approaches. The Selkath have forgotten the lesson of Taurus. Perhaps we should remind them.
Why can't the Selkath see what the Sith are really like? They should ban them all from this planet.
Okay. So like I said, I'm going to take a real quick break, refill my water, and I got to talk to Sunry, and we probably need to talk to Alora as well. We'll probably talk to her first. Talk to Sunry and then talk to Alora again. And I'll be honest with you, I think the details, like where the hotel is and stuff, I think it's on the other side of the map. I don't think it's here. I could be wrong. It could be over here. No, this is just the cantina, I think. There's what I like about Manon is it's not like Kashyyyk where things are all over the place. You got to go up, you got to go down. There's some, and the Shadowlands has like 3 other areas. It's pretty. The map kind of makes sense, and you're not really running all over the place. I mean, you can, of course, but the pacing is well done. So I really love this place, and I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I greatly apologize. Took a little bit more time than I thought it was going to take, and I forgot my water anyway. I refilled it and I forgot it, but I'll go. I think I'll be fine. Let's go back to. There we go. Give it a quick break. Yeah, I love Manon. It's really peaceful. Man, it's every time I come back to this game, it feels so good. When it's working. When it's not working, it's a frustration.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
He's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered the Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Okay. Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman? Let's. So this was written back when that would have been perfectly acceptable to say. Probably should have said a person of her, that of a much younger person or something.
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Yeah, you don't have to go any further than, the line about Mitra Surik. Mitra Surik and KoTOR 2 is very capable. Being a woman has nothing to do with it. But don't worry, Laura. We'll save him. Your husband might not be so innocent, but let's not go down that road just yet. Let's do this first one.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Okay, so we added our journal entry. Let's talk to this guy. Okay. There's a prisoner over here.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Wow. Alright. That's not Sunry. Also, I don't think I talked to the warden just yet, but I'm afraid I'm not going to have some information if I don't talk to him, so let me talk to him real quick. Do you know anything about a star map? We could start the trial now. Okay, that's not what we want to do, but what do you know about the murder of Alasa? I'm here to see the prisoner, Sunry. Hey, let's just ask about the star map. Why not? I will go now. Okay. Well, Jolie, please.
Jolie, what are you doing here? Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my heroes cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
I mean, he's already assuming we're working for the Sith somehow. I need to investigate the case some more. Any ideas where I should look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Okay, there's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
One of the judges said you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
I mean, he's real quick to try to defer, you know, the issue. All right, I'll be going now.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Okay. Let's talk to Jolie real quick.
Got something on your mind, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
All right. Let's talk to Laura again.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter. Sunrise.
That's true.
And there's find the...
All right. I'm going to go right over here, which I don't believe this is where we're supposed to go, but we do need to go over here. There's a few things. It's truly a wonder to behold. What are you talking about? All right, what do you want me to do? So why do you need me to do this?
We could look into this to calm the Cellcath's fears, though I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Okay. I'll look into it for you, Nilko. Okay. This is actually part of the bigger story, so that's why I was saying we do need to come in here. I was pretty sure this was our guy we needed to talk to, but there's other people here too. Gonto Yas.
I hope you're here to play some Pazak. I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation.
Well, you're not here for a sparkling conversation, but I have some questions.
I prefer to make my credits gambling, but I never turn my back on an opportunity. Maybe this can be a profitable exchange for both of us.
Let's see. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
What do you expect when a Sith spy and a Republic war hero are having an affair? Anyone could see it would end ugly.
An affair? What are you talking about?
Oh, so you didn't know about Sunry stepping out and his wife? Well, it may have been a secret to some, but I'm not blind. I should have charged you for that juicy tidbit. But I figured anyone investigating the murder would have already figured that out by now. Okay, you got a freebie out of me. But that's all I know about Sunry and his hot Sith side dish. You done wasting my time now, or you got some more questions?
So what do you think about the Sith?
They don't bother me, and I don't bother them. Works all around. You done wasting my time now?
What do you think about the Republic?
They don't bother me, and you done wasting my...
Okay. Do you know why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries?
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you ask the mercs? Better yet, go down to the embassy and ask the Republic. You done wasting my time?
Okay, so there you go.
So clear out already.
So at least we found out that there was an affair. We kind of had that indication, but at least he confirmed it.
A friend of mine got into Pazak. You know, the card game. Now he can't stop. It's so addictive.
Yeah, okay. Let's do an F5. Viglo. Iridorian mercenary.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
What do you have against the Achani and the Mandalorians?
They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Achani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue.
Right, well, I want to ask you some questions.
Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful.
Okay. Well, why do you think the Republic's hiring so many mercenaries?
Perhaps you should ask them. The Republic prefers not to deal with my kind, though maybe they need an Iridorian to finish the job. The mercenaries they hire must be failing, as they are never heard from again. That is all I know. Is there more you wish to ask?
What do you know about the murder of Alasso?
On my will, those too weak to defend themselves deserve to die. A murder is justified if you have the strength to kill your victim. Is there anything else you would know?
I'm thinking an ancient star map or some alien ruins.
Nanan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Is there more you would know?
Alright, that's about it.
Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
Alright.
And you notice that Iridorian over there in the corner? Don't stare. It's bad enough he's here in the bar. I don't want him coming over or anything. Now, I hear if they go too long between battles, they'll start killing each other just to pass the time. If even half the stories I've heard are true. And there's all those rumors of mutilations and torture on helpless prisoners drinking the warm blood from the wounds of their dying enemies. I never used to believe those rumors. Until I saw this guy. I'd rather try to fly through the heart of the mall with a broken-down cargo freighter than have to stare into those cold, dead eyes.
I mean, he's right in front of you. You said the corner of the bar. He's right there. All right, whatever.
If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as
You know what?
Maybe that Iridorian skullslagger at the bar, or the Ajani nerf herder cowering in the corner is available.
We might need to break out Canderous. Let me ask you some questions.
Normally I'd charge you for information, but times are good right now and I'm feeling generous. So ask your questions, free of charge.
Okay, what do you know about the murder of Velasa?
Not really. They say some Republic war hero killed her. Maybe you should check out the Republic embassy.
Okay, so why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
They ain't saying, but the price is sure right. Of course, I haven't heard of anyone coming back, so I'm guessing the job ain't easy.
What do you know about a star map?
If there ever were any ruins on this world, they've long since disappeared beneath the oceans.
I think we've already asked them other stuff.
Why are you telling me? If you're going, go. I don't need a status report.
All right, let's break out Canderous. Yeah.
What?
I was thinking we might need to level them up anyway. Let's do treat injury. Beats. Master conditioning, maybe. But I also need this because he's kind of slow. So that would definitely help. Yeah, let's do this. And then
Yes?
let's ask this guy again.
Canderous. I haven't seen you since the Republic broke our ranks at the Battle of Malachor.
Ergeron, I see you've got some new guns to add to your collection. Times must have been profitable for you since the war.
Very profitable. When the Republic defeated our fleets, I learned a valuable lesson. It's far better to be a freelance mercenary in a war than to be a soldier for the losing side. If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as it is. Maybe that Iridorian skullslagger at the bar, or the Ajani nerf herder cowering in the corner is available.
Okay. I'll be going.
So why are you telling me?
Okay. The Sith are a blight upon the galaxy. Actually, I kind of like the Sith. They got style. Now we'll do the first one. It's not like the Cellcat to try to goad you into a conversation and then pull the rug. So we'll say the first one. Okay, what are you talking about? Okay, so you want me to investigate the disappearances of these young Cellcath, huh? Okay. We could say, I've got better things to do than look for missing tadpoles. Oh my god. No, no, no. I'll look into these disappearances for you, Shayless.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment. I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
You hiring for the Republic or the Sith?
Neither.
Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
Well, I have Canderous here, though. Canderous, buddy.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, well. He was a Mandalorian. Or no, he was a Chani mercenary. That's right. All right. Do you have any war stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
Okay. You could have found another way. Now, that's my kind of warfare. We're gonna say that.
There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
All right. How did they redeem themselves?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
Okay, so he's finally talking about the war with Revan. You know anything about this world?
Water worlds never had much of an appeal for us to conquer. They may put up a good fight in their own environment. No match for us, of course. But they don't really have anything of value either. The thing this world is good for is a substance known as KoTOR. KoTOR is the single best healing substance in the galaxy. But the Mandalore are not as weak and fragile as your Republic and Sith warriors. When we enter a battle, we carry weapons powerful enough to pulverize cities. Both in our wars and in our own personal combats, there are no survivors. So KoTOR does not hold the appeal it does for your peoples. You have anything else you want to ask? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Okay, so we have Duan and Viglo. Let's start with Duan.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
I'm investigating the recent murder of Alasa.
What is there to investigate? Obviously, Sanri is guilty, but the Republic is doing everything they can to keep him out of a Selkath prison. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind. You know?
I'm looking for some ancient ruins.
You some kind of historian or something? You should forget about the past, look towards the future. That's why I joined the Sith. The Republic is old news. And then I get stuck on Manan, the worst post in the galaxy. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, KoTOR or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
All right, let's see. I hear you Sith are taking an interest in Selkath youth.
We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks.
Okay. I think that's all we can ask. Okay.
Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
I was thinking like there was an option to drink her under the table. And then I don't remember. Let me talk to this guy.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
Am I though? Because I don't see no ladies with you.
Oh, it's you again. Didn't think I'd see you around here. I probably should cut back on the drinking, but it's a good way to relax. There's a lot of tension here on Manan, but I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
Man. I thought for sure there was another option here.
We Sith are interested, but I don't really want.
Okay.
What is there to invest? But I don't really.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. Come on. Seems I'm not late.
All right. Maybe if we return, I'm going to talk to this guy one more time now that we have Canderous.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach.
A mercenary who's not for hire. Well, that's pretty strange.
Why do you care? There are other mercenaries you can hire, though I suggest you act quickly. The Republic seems to be in desperate need of mercenaries right now. Though not so desperate they have asked for my help as of yet. They prefer the simpering, submissive type, like the Mandalorian or the Achani. They lack the resolve to do it, but I... Yes.
All right, well, I'm hoping the only thing that was, that we missed was Canderous talking to this guy, this Mandalorian guy. So, okay. So now we move on. And at least we know that's a dead end over there. Let's talk to what's his name again, because now we know that they were having an affair.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
There's a few things we have to clear up.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Were you and Alasa having an affair?
No, what this must look like, yes. Yes, we were having an affair. I know it was wrong, but I'm a weak man. Alasa was beautiful and young. How was I to resist her charms? But I didn't kill her. I loved her. Please. I know I made a terrible mistake getting involved with Alasa, but I was going there to break it off with her. I did it, but found out later that she was dead. I don't deserve to go to jail just for having an affair, do I? You have to help me prove that I wasn't the killer.
I don't think there's anything more, but I'm going to ask this again.
Go ahead.
Nah.
Oh. Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence...
Okay. Oh, we got some XP for that. Okay, great. Now, I don't... should we talk to Alora? Sure.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter.
Tell me about Sunry and Alasa.
He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold
blood. But he has killed many Sith before.
That was a long time ago. In a war far, far away. He's changed now. Settled down. Oh, just please, prove his innocence.
Well, he might not be so innocent.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
It almost looked like there was a hidden shop over here or something, so I got confused. Alright, let's go this way. I think this east side has a lot more than the west side does, so bear with me. I don't think I need Canderous anymore, though. Perhaps Karth.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
I couldn't help but overhear. Here's a general store. Okay.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tonki pa nonku nek abog.
Thanks, Tyvark. Catch you next week.
All right, so he's a Republic sympathizer at least. Let's does he have anything to say?
Tyvark hates the Sith, so he's always giving us Republic soldiers discounts. I bet he gives you Jedi a great deal.
Let's see.
Uchua penki. Tangi wama ji human ak inkatune. Chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Chiwa aita kanki kakin cha nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. No ba muri rati like kuka. Kang ni borat.
Do you know anything about this Sunry case?
Tong hit wama ak inkotune. Or tong hi wama ji aki inkotun. Tong pa no kun. No nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun kin.
Okay, let me see what you got then.
Tong hit wama ak inkotune. Or tong hi wama ji aki inkotun. Tong pa no kun. No nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun kin.
So he sells Aerotech equipment, which is not the same as Zerka equipment. So, well, none of parts. Like I said, I don't think I need those. I could be wrong. Standard stuff here. Holdout blaster. Okay. Different. Okay. Zabrak battle cannon. 6 to 13. Wow. It's a lot. Attack modifier +3. But you can't upgrade it, so light repeating blaster. Interesting. Blaster carbine. Yeah, nothing really. Pistol targeting optics. Okay. Combat sensor. This is, ooh. This gives a bonus feat of blaster pistol and blaster rifle, but it's also dexterity +2. Interesting. Stabilizer mask. What's this? All saves +2. But it also does immunity to mind affecting. That's interesting. Advanced oral amplifier. I think I already have one of those. Beeman package. So it's Constitution +3. Ooh. Okay. Ichani battle stimulant. Okay, so this is a +3 attack, +3 damage for 2 minutes. It's pretty good. For 200 credits, it's not bad. Okay. Well, he only had one. Okay. Well, we bought it. Well, appreciate it. Let's go over here.
What's this? Another Republic lackey wandering the streets? Don't worry, the Sith will destroy you along with all the rest who don't bow down before Malak.
Look. You want to change your tone? You wouldn't be the first Sith I've killed.
Save your empty threats. If you're stupid enough to attack me, the Selkath authorities will lock you away for a long, long time. I have nothing more to say to you. I have important Sith business to attend to.
Ah, okay. Important Sith business. Okay. I think the hotel's this way. Yeah, I wish I could just get a map. Where'd it go, droid?
I cannot render assistance, citizen. Move along.
Ah, there's Hulas. So let me put this in solo mode. But I think I have to be here by myself entirely. He's the guy for the Genohedron.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. Noba murirati lai kuka. Kang ibora tong chitsa.
That's a rather strange greeting.
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna murira. Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Otang hiwama ji aki inko tune. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki murira kun king. Kimba.
Okay. Who are you?
Kakincha nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. Noba murirati lai kuka. Kang ibora tong chitsa. Jesko yohaba kaba nopi.
Sunnyvec gave me a message to see you.
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune.
You and your companions.
Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Otang hiwama ji aki inko tune.
Alright, I'll be going now. Okay. So, yeah, I have to enter this area just by myself. Or, you know what? We do this. Party selection. Remove. Remove. Alright. Let's do this again. Now, here's the thing. So, this is a dark side quest. You'll see that we're almost full light side. I could do this entire quest line, and they're all dark side points, and still end up with full light side. It's not that big of a deal. So if you're looking to like say, I don't know if I really want to like hurt my light side alignment, it's not going to do anything. I mean, it does give you dark side points, but not enough to tilt the needle to a point where it makes you like a dark side or neutral or something. He gave me a message to see you.
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik yota. Diska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan.
The Genohedron. I'm trying to remember. I think of the Dragon Age, what's his name? The elf in Origins, the one from Antiva, the Antivan Crows. They're kind of like that. They're hired hitmen, and they work behind the scenes of the galaxies. And what's really interesting about them is that they kind of have this perception of like they work for the highest bidder, but they do things in a way to make sure that no one power becomes overly powerful. So they actually have an interesting, noble goal about them, although they obviously do very evil acts. Never heard of you.
Tong hitwama aki inkotune. Potong hiwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no kun nik lota. Diska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan. Tong hitwama aki inkotune. Potong hiwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun.
It would be really great to have a Star Wars game, or hell, even a book that discusses the Genohedron, because I do believe that they survive even to the episodes 1 through 6. They're just not as powerful, and maybe they don't operate the same way. But yeah, the Genohedron are infinitely interesting because of what they do. It's not that they're just hitmen, but they just make sure that there's a certain balance, even when it seems to be one-sided, you know? It just prevents people who crave power get more power, you know? It kind of neutralizes how influential the top end can be. It's a very interesting concept.
Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras limo poiwanga tang itwamaji human act in ikatune chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna mulira tang itwamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Tong hitwama aki inko tune. Potong hiwamaji aki inko tun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no kun nik lota. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga tang itwamaji human act in ikatune.
Alright, I will preserve the secrecy of your order.
Tong hitwama aki inkotune. Potong hiwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Diska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi.
Okay, well, the obvious question is, how does anybody hire you if nobody knows you even exist?
Tong hitwama aki inkotune. Potong hiwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Diska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai.
Okay. What does this have to do with me?
Tong hitwama aki inkotune. Potong hiwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no kun nik lota.
Okay. Are you saying you serve the Republic?
Diska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan. Tong hitwama aki inkotune. Potong hiwama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun nonek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no kun nik lota. Diska dosoki kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smack toma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa.
Yeah, and that kind of is consistent with some nefarious groups and organizations that are in real life. They don't want chaos in the government. They want order. because order is more predictable. When there's chaos, like if whoever you're bribing or whoever who is your go-to person to kind of influence your organization's issues, if they're not reliable, like they won't be there in a week or two, that's not what you want. You want somebody reliable that you can say is going to be available for that advancement of your organization. So no matter whether it's a good organization or a bad organization, you really do want you want an ordered government. So he's not saying anything that's crazy, you know. Why would I want to join you? Okay. What do I have to do to join? Okay. Well, I'm ready to prove myself if I can. Okay. I understand. Who's my target? So we either eliminate a slaver or a terrorist. Let's ask about Zula and is that? Wait a minute. Zulan Centaur, yeah. Alright, tell me about Lorgal. Alright, anything else? Alright, so I was gonna say, like, one of them is on Manon, the other one's on Dantooine. It would be really, really nice to, since we have to go back to Dantooine anyway, to do that one. But this one's like right here, so we could do both, and he'll reward us. So we'll probably, when we get to that point, we'll go and do the one here. And when we get done with all of Manon, we'll go back to Dantooine like we had been doing. And then we'll come back here to turn in the missions because I have to go back to Dantooine regardless anyway. Let's check out this guy. So I'm gonna save this as a man 3. There we go.
Con mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin. Tumirana nu frata donko sercha doman toma kaba.
Why are you here in the corner?
La boda na winki smak toma. Jiska soki kupa bona na chachu. Chawana bota ugatagwa king kanki dora. Kuyami jus datuka ulwan. Jiska soki.
Business. What do you mean by business?
La boda na winki smak toma. Jiska soki kupa bona na chachu. Chawana bota ugatagwa king.
See what you got.
Ubabatu konchi. Jiska soki kupa bona na chachu.
All right, he has Bazak cards. That's why he's in the corner. I don't think he's got anything I need. I was hoping he'd have like a really rare one, like a plus or minus 10 or something. And I don't think that even exists. But I don't remember this guy. He doesn't have a plus or minus 5, which is really what I was looking for. He has a plus minus 6, and that's about it. All right. So let's bring out Jolie and Karth. Okay. I think this is the Republic embassy. No, that's the East Courtyard. Like I said, there's a lot more on this side than there was on the other side, but let me go over here. Like I said, I think the hotel might be this way. Howdy. The Sokath are actually pretty nice. They have no Republic embassy, so this is probably not the hotel. Oh, it is the... I was wrong. Again. Okay. I don't think there's much here. F5. I'm going to search the hotel, and then after that we may call it for a stream.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Well, tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
So, you're not sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Well, could it gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Wait a minute. Could you testify it happened after he left?
No. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. I have no interest in going to prison.
No.
What do you want to know?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Alasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Well, let's see here. Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Bazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
Well, nothing for now.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah. Well, and I really didn't want him to testify that he ran after the shot. I just wanted him to say that he wasn't sure. You know? Okay. This is Glupor. I'm going to talk to Glupor.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
After.
What?
I'm going to talk to Feareth Me first. But after I take his credit.
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
Well, what did you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elas's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
Wait a minute. Okay, so what do you know about Sunry and Elasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elas's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics, usually.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You mean... So, wait a minute. Elasa roomed here often?
Yes. She rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that Sunry would show up. They didn't seem all that discreet either.
So they're having a relationship?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith master?
Oh, well, Elasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
What did you see?
I didn't see anything, and there's no way you can make me say otherwise. Now quit asking.
He does live credits, and he's addicted to Pazak, so maybe this is a good time to throw credits at it.
Since you put it that way, well, one time I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Okay, wait a minute. So, she was a Dark Jedi?
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Okay, so that's important because it wasn't just Sunry taking down a
Yes?
A Sith officer. She was also a Jedi. So that does make it more difficult to say that he was able to do that by himself. So hold on.
No problem. Got it.
What we got in here? A med pack. I need my Witcher senses. My little ping. Ping, 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 ping. Hey, security droid, what you doing? Boop, beep, boop. Alright, let's talk to Glupor. Hopefully I have enough persuasion skills here.
Chiki kun selkat. Jona mulira tong glupor. Glupor kinba no kun nek lorcha.
All right. Well, I have questions about the murder.
Glupor tong hit wanaji selkat agi inko tune. Glupor mulira chuna mulira. Tong glupor kipa non kun nek sit abog.
Well, why were you at the hotel?
Glupor yon tung chiwi ita. Bola un chikne mulira glupor. Kon muli slimo pui wanga kun viskin. Glupor kinpa nik chalora kun.
What did you see?
Glupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Glupor nibo jimata wipun nage. Tong abag sun sham u glupor ninong. Glupor tong hit wamaji selkat ag inko tune. Tong kinba no kun nikset abog.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Alasa's room?
Glupor picha ge borang turang. Glupor wanki yuma bat malyaw no wish. Glupor no una pankpa mulira kongking.
Did someone pay you to do something to that room?
Kun mulira slimo poi wanga kun makachisa glupor. Tong abog sintshan glupor ni nong kili. Glupor chiwaka aita kan kicha na selkat. Glupor nibo mulira glupo ni msit. Glupor sha. Glupor pampa ki mulira kun king. Glupor chachopa. Si chawa wish kun kun. Glupor bagra shak konti cha yoman. Tong itzelkat wama jiko na. Glupor ag inkotune. Glupor no molira. Chuna mulira. Tong pa no kun. No nek. Glupor chachopa. Glupor bagwa shank konti machid Glupor nada chawa yishun kun.
Okay. Well, Karth got a level up, but how that means I should be getting a level up here pretty soon. Hold on. I'm like 1,000 and what? Yeah, actually more than that. Like 11,000. Yeah. Oh well. Let's put Karth. Let's see. Level 15. Karth is going to be level 14. Well. Beats. Yeah, I'm gonna need him to have more health here soon. But you know what? No, let's stick to the saving throws. It's gonna be better. Okay. Let's talk to Glupor again.
And you need?
Yes?
Do you know about the Selkath use and who's gone missing?
Glupor kakin cha nawabagaon. Ufmala nibo glupor jimata wipunage. Glupor ranka cha tongshi abagja.
Okay, let me ask you some more questions.
Glupor wanga kunvist.
Okay, so there's nothing there. We've already proven that Glupor was given a bribe to leave the evidence with the crime scene. So I'm going to talk to this guy one more time.
You're the one defending Sunri now.
Let's see.
The Sith woman. He can't run. Yeah, I'm pretty No.
Let's see.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to pay him 200 to say that. I really just want him to say, like I said.
What do you want to know? Well,
that he's not even sure. Oh, mysterious man. All right, hold on. Hold on.
You, Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunri murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Okay. Why are you telling me this?
Let us just say that I'm an interested party, and that I have concerns. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so. Kinda.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
Okay. So they would just give it to me?
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Okay. So that's great advice, because I was going to go there next. I was going to go to the Republic Embassy and the Sith Embassy, but the Sith Embassy is a little bit different, because we may have to hack some things. I think I actually have a video of that, but yeah, we'll hold it right here, and for the next stream we'll continue the murder mystery, but it will coincide with the Geno Harridan quest right over here, and the mystery of why the youth have gone missing. So all this is tied together. That's why I said the pacing of Manon is really great. And then we get to, go to a totally different area and do the star map. So I do a lot of times feel completed by the time I get to that point. And so it, like I said, the progression on Manon is masterfully done. I really like how it is. It's a great, nice, tranquil feeling. You have all the pools of water everywhere. The Selkath are pretty cool. The design is really great. So if they ever do a remaster remake of KoTOR, I'm looking forward to Manon. It's definitely one of those, I'll give a free liberty to, hey, look, it's, you don't have to do much to make it great, So looking forward to it. I will check you guys later. I'll try to stream again as soon as I possibly can. I don't know when. That's why I don't make a schedule. But I'm really enjoying playing KoTOR, and I enjoy having you guys around. And I will check you guys later. I just had a birthday yesterday, and so I spent that time with the stream yesterday with you guys, and it's a fabulous time. And we have a podcast that at the moment we're going to try to release an episode every other Friday. We were doing it every Friday, but we have some schedule conflicts at the moment. So right now we're going to try to release that every other Friday. Me, Banana, and Com get together, talk about games, gamers, and gaming. A lot of topics, not just the games. We don't really do rankings and things like that necessarily of a game. We just simply talk about the issues within a game, subjects about it. It's kind of hard to describe. It's just any and all topics we can kind of see that might be relevant, that people might find interesting, we try to bring up. Yeah, Com is super funny and very intelligent, and Banana's also super funny and very intelligent, and I'm just kind of more of the moderator. But yeah, we have a good time. But we will check you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye bye.